Hello everyone and welcome back once again to Strategic Mind Blitzkrieg. Let's continue where we left off previously, so nab that because we saw it was empty. Then I can use these to attack. Double time. Move you in here. Attack. And destroy those. You have only one more ammunition. So they will no longer be doing any harm. Can take that city with these. And I think because it's dark, I'd rather move closer to this one now instead of these, because I can easily move back and then I'll be safe when it's daytime. Let's go for forced march. Now, I'd like to get my artillery in a position around here where they might actually be able to get quickly, because I need to bypass Warsaw and get quickly to Brest, so I kind of need to go around and take these areas. Now we know they have an anti-aircraft gun here. That doesn't reveal it. Well, it is night after all. Probably finished off with the infantry. And let's take the airfield. Alright. I do need to move closer to this area, but I do remember that they had a unit in there too. Anti-tank gun, huh? I think we can severely damage that already. Or apparently already deal good damage, so it's out of ammo. I'll move the artillery closer. Now we know that the anti-aircraft is gone. It's bombs away. I do need to take that airfield too, but I don't really have an appropriate unit yet. The recon would be easiest, then that would allow me to advance already. Start whaling on whatever they have there. Although I cannot see it at the moment. This at least lowers its entrenchment, which also helps a bit. I don't think it really does deal any damage whatsoever. Maybe one max. So like I said, I need to send these troops around. I like to keep them in supply. And because it's night, it's not very likely that they'll be seen. I think they'll be okay there. Okay then. Well, I do think so we got it by those guys, okay. This covers my bombers, I suppose, at least in that area. And with these I can actually land and lower their entrenchment. Tank, huh? Well, we'll see where it goes. During the night, they don't seem too dangerous. Was that a new fighter? Another tank. There have been a lot of tank attacks over here. But, okay. Yeah, you cannot reach them, which means that I cannot bomb these guys. That's very annoying. It's also As a fighter, it's not powerful, like just a 2 strength. So, new fighter. Okay, that's a bit more dangerous. Bombs away. And you cannot reach the airfield yet. Well, kill those. The 1 strength fighter is not gonna be such a hassle, but this one might. So I'm gonna use my non-core fighter first. And then the core fighter to bring it down. Okay. To low strength as well. At least 1 bomber over there. And 1 bomber on these guys. Because apparently the Polish have more tanks in their army than I do. Well, not really, but 31. So I cannot do recon if I want to use the double attack ability twice. Maybe I don't need to bomb them. Let's actually use some incendiaries. Now I can move into recon. Make him surrender. Take the train station and then move back again. Okay. So now I also get to use double artillery on these guys here. They're down to 1. It means I can go in there, attack them. Could move further, but I don't think that's necessary for this turn.
The Polish line of defense near Malava has been destroyed. As it turns out, very little in modern warfare is decided by the thickness of enemy concrete.
You are correct. The enemy generals are stuck in the Great War conventions and tactics. I say let them continue. This plays right into our hands.
Indeed it does. They have the plane, but that's not such a big deal. I can't finish those guys off. One, two, three, four. I don't like this movement all that much, and these guys could also go down to attack this. In that sense, it's a bit of a risk to move down like that. But because I do have the artillery, hopefully this will make it so that they cannot be seen. I hope. Yeah, it's a bit of wishful thinking, but let's also bomb them. So that I can take them down the next turn and then keep moving down towards Brest. Like I said, I want to encircle Warsaw, which is still getting its supplies through this side. It's a pretty paltry performance by my tanks, if I say so myself. Well, if they don't see it, which I think they won't, I'm probably okay with these. Take the flag. 1 and 4. Let's do it. And I can... Nope. Why? Do remember from this game that it's very easy to misclick. If there's one thing that I haven't forgotten, it's that. Alright, let's see which units we have left. You're gonna take that. Can move in here. They do need supplies. I'll just move back a bit. They couldn't move in there. Okay. Really, they can see it. Wow. Okay. So I can't, but they can, huh? Just like up there, it's kind of unfortunate. Rain, huh? Well, first thing, let's finish those off. They must be dug in quite heavily. Take the rail station. And let's move over here. Seems like those are empty, so I can just take them at my leisure. Well, the one good thing about this is that this guy is very easy to finish off now. So that's at least something. Even though it did cost me a few prestige points. That's not so bad. Over here, these guys are easy pickings by moving into the city, or so I thought. But it seems like they still had more fight in them than I imagined. Damaged fighter is here, but their other fighter escaped. Okay, that's down. This infantry can move in. Ah, that's super frustrating. Come on. It's not my day when it comes to clicking the right area. Really wish that this game had an undo button. Maybe it does? Let's actually take a look. Settings. Game. Because if it does, then I can just turn that on. Yeah, it's outline, key scroll, no. So it doesn't have an undo button. Well, I was talking about this in another game as well. It's like, what does a game stand to gain from not having an undo button? So, say that there is an undo button in this game that you can only use if you did not go into combat. And if you did not detect enemy units. For example, in this case, like, what's them from stopping, from implementing that? Like, the only thing that can happen if you don't have it in these situations is that it can lead to frustration with the player. Whereas there's actually no additional strategy involved in this game. Like, what this game is trying to do is it's trying to challenge players strategically or tactically. I guess in this case, not strategically. It's trying to provide a tactical challenge for players to overcome with a, let's just say, unit management edition for, you know, building your troops and stuff. That's what this game is trying to challenge people on. It's not trying to challenge people on clicking properly. So by not providing a undo button, if nothing happened, but you just misclick, by not putting that in there, you're just gonna increase player frustration for no reason. Because I'm not trying to gain a tactical advantage in these cases. It cannot be misused either if you do that, if you implement that. So why would you not have it then? Like, this only brings annoyance to me, but it's not as if I made a bad play. I just clicked on the wrong area accidentally. And to be punished for that as a player, I don't know. It's just, I don't really feel that's actually what this game wants to do, or any game. Like, how is this gonna work out? How does that make this a good game or better game? I don't know. That's just how I feel generally. Like, games that don't have an undo button. It's like, look, I understand that you don't want to do that on combat, but because then people would abuse that. But what's the problem with having undo when there's a genuine misclick? Like, genuinely a person clicks the wrong unit and gets in trouble for that. Whereas in real life that would also never happen. Like, can you imagine a commander giving a order by radio telling the 24th Infantry Division or Infantry Battalion, whatever, to move towards Lutz, and then suddenly it's like, oh, what are all these planes? It's like, oh yeah, we ordered the Stukas accidentally. No. That would obviously absolutely never happen. That makes no sense. Rough terrain prevents me from attacking, so I do need to get in there. They do have the point blank ability, so if I can help it, which I could have done nicely with that bomber, but nope. Could have already damaged it for a bit. But no. So let's get the AUX tank in there to take the hit. Now it's out of ammo. And it's dead. I have to remember to keep playing properly at the very least, because whenever I get frustrated with stuff like this, I start making mistakes and start charging my units without a care in the world. So let's move these forward. They might actually still go down here and attack these units, like from here. 1, 2, 3. They could attack in that hex. So I'd rather move the artillery down here, so maybe it, yeah, probably cannot shell there though. We'll see. I think Lvov is probably going to be tougher than those. Okay, what am I looking to achieve in here? Well, first of all, I want the recon to move further down, because I don't really need that recon up there. But as for this infantry, they're kind of done. I can't really do anything down there. Not seriously. Let's work up here. You get to level up. Let's go for aggressive maneuver. I like extra movement points. And just like for the artillery. Alright. He already moved. But these guys didn't. So let's move closer to this lower area. And yeah, I do need to use more aviation recon, I suppose. Let's do it like this. Anti-tank infantry, so nothing special out there. One, two, three, four. So next turn, moving in here and here will allow me to double attack there. Let's move these around. Alright. That's fine though. So they would still get triggered actually, I think. Seems like this is empty though. But that thing is a bit dangerous. They do have 2 planes in there. How ballsy do I want to be? Let's just get in there. Whoop. I don't want to deal with those planes. And, well, I just gotta hope that the enemy will not be too aggressive. Did you already bomb? No, you did not. So you do have the chance to move out. Can't go here due to anti-aircraft. Nor there, really. Let's just move further south for now. Okay. Yeah. More artillery. Infantry dealing more damage than a tank. Take those. Somehow I have this sensation that they are going to be able to find this guy wherever it goes, but let's just go over here. Got hurt pretty badly, but oh well. Guess it was not a very good idea after all. I didn't expect them to have so much artillery also down here. Jeez. I can't destroy that thing because I need to take their train station, which is this one. It's a real problem. I just go and blast this twice. Do need to start moving forward. It's probably an infantry. But there's no location from which... from here actually. I can attack from a range. This is fine because I have artillery backup. I don't think there's gonna be a whole lot of trouble from any of those other guys. Where is my recon? You're not the recon. Can we? Thanks, okay. Where are you, artillery? You're in here. Okay. This game still has some issues with this. Okay, 4 out of 4. Go in there and... Being able to move in and out of airfields without using up fuel is really useful, actually. Or, yeah, without using up movement points is really useful. So... yeah, let's just get you back. Bombing at night is not all that useful anyway. So I might just as well. Let's approach it from the other side. I'd rather go around. Really no need to move those artillery pieces. Or the tanks, for that matter. And we know they also have some additional tanks down there. Can we please not destroy this train? Where's the train? Maybe I captured it. Yeah.
We managed to capture the armored train. Once a threat, now an asset.
Perfect. Let our tech specialist start the repairs. Hopefully the train still has a few years of service in it. Service to the Reich.
Yeah, it's a 3 strength. It doesn't have that much service left. But at least that works. These guys are back up to 6, so they didn't get entirely destroyed. That's good. Those pesky enemy artillery are pretty rough. And they have a lot. At any rate, let's finish these off. And shell this. I'll gladly use my double artillery on these guys. You should be in supply, yeah. Go in here, make them surrender. Destroy the infantry. take Brest. Check these. Okay, there's nothing there. Take that. Take that. Another thing that helps with is that these are the supply hubs for the enemy. And since... yeah, see? It means that all the enemy units are now without supplies. They cannot get it from any of their supply hubs. They have no active supplies hub left. And that means that these guys are actually encircled. In a sense. I mean, they don't get supplies. That's pretty nice, actually, the way that works in this game. I think that actually works well. Let's attack and attack. Use the recon to take the city. Attack again. They do have an anti-aircraft. So I can deal with these probably on the next turn. Let's increase spotting range. So I want to set myself up to attack there on the next turn properly. Well, since these guys no longer get supply, if I can attack them 3 times, then they will have no more ammo. Let's see how that works. Same applies for them. They have 2 ammo left, but that's about it. They can no longer fire, so they'll be easy enough to deal with. And I actually, yeah, let's have these bomb this infantry. I will need to deal with that at some point anyway. Although it does not seem like they have anti-aircraft in here, so that might actually be a good target too. Yeah, let's go up there. That infantry can wait. Although I think in general we're in a very good situation now. Either way. Alright, like I said, I took Brest, but I can't move around here because of anti-aircraft guns in there. Let's still destroy them. I don't want them to go back to whatever amount of strength they might have. Okay. Now that I've captured the armor train, I'm not too worried about those things anymore either. Bomb there. Let's move back a little bit though. This is still a bit of a precarious situation. If they move out with whatever, like tanks or something, And we know that they have an artillery down there. Need these guys to go and attack that fort at some point too. No damage. All right. So first things first. Use double artillery to attack both of these. Move in there. Attack again. And taking this is the important part, so I'm not overly worried about these. Can always use a bomber to deal the last bit of damage. So let's go in here, take it, take this, and what do I need then? Oh, I need to take that area. Okay. Oh, let's use
Lvov
this.
and Brest-Litovsk are yours. The Red Army will be there soon. Let's organize a joint parade so they don't come in vain.
That is incredible news, Heinz. Greet the Russians with some schnapps. I bet they will be incredibly tired. Indeed, a joint parade might strengthen our alliance. Not to mention putting the Soviet equipment on full display for our intelligence service.
Yeah, the Russians were actually quite tired for that parade historically as well, because the Germans were already in these places. I'm not sure where it was. I think it was in Brest. But I might be wrong. There was indeed the place where the Germans held a parade together with the Russians, and the Germans were there a couple of days before the Russians, so they already had time to deal with everything, and they were, well, let's just say, well rested. Whereas the Russians then came, and basically they wanted to hold a parade while the Russians, they just marched for, plus 200 kilometers. And they were all shabby, and yeah, they were quite tired indeed from all that marching, whereas the Germans did already get the chance to reorganize and things like that. So that would make the German soldiers look very, very good, and the Russian soldiers not so much. So I believe that historically the way it worked is they actually didn't want to march together, because it would make the Russian soldiers look bad if they were to be compared to the German ones. So I think that even though they had a parade, they did that separately. So that it wouldn't look as if the Russians looked absolutely terrible. That's the way it was, if I'm not mistaken. Basically, need to make sure that these guys are weak enough. One, two, three, four, five, seven. But I'm quite sure they have an infantry in there. And I want to be able to move in here, grab this. Then if I can help it, which I probably can't. No, that's way too far. Oh. Yeah, and then I cannot move into that hex. I don't think I have any other units that can take that for now, or no. That's a shame. Let's bomb them. I guess we're already rather at the cleanup operation at this stage. At least, well, we still have to get Warsaw, but...
Our forces have entered Helmno, my hometown. Good lord, I can finally visit my homeland unimpeded.
You see the fruit of our efforts already, and soon our entire nation will see it as well. Native German lands are finally returning to their rightful owners, and this process can no longer be stopped.
Okay. Well, good for you. Good for you. Yeah, so... Problem is that artillery don't have super good spawning over here. Let's take a look. Okay. They still have quite a few units, and they're all in good supply. But let's start slowly dealing with it. These guys actually cannot attack anything from there. Well, you know there's an infantry in here. Can make them lose a bit of ammo by going in here, shelling these guys, and then attacking with the auxiliary. Level them up. Take it. And take the airfield. These guys... What is your range? 4. I can move them in and out. That's fine. Let's move you back to this side as well, so we can shell those from the rear. Yeah, you can move up.